Evening all, and welcome back to Factory Town. So, last episode was a little bit slow, but that's how things go when you're running early game. But one of the comments pointed out to me was that I've done this wrong. I've been spamming workers to try and just get the wood over to here, and I've completely forgotten that workers can actually put things onto chutes. Just utterly went in my head, and I don't know why. I don't know why I'm there, but I could put a chute in. I can't really hear because of the height difference, but over here was the more important one that was pointed out. I could quite happily, if I pause the game because I've got people going all over the place, run a chute like so, and then tell you to drop on a chute, and tell you to drop on a chute, and tell you to drop on the chute. Then my workers will come along and we'll drop the logs on the chutes, and the chutes can just roll down, and it saves them having to walk backwards and forwards. It just speeds everything up. It also allows me to concentrate on clearing certain areas, so I'm going to clear this area over here of everything really. I also want to clear all this wood here, but I don't really want to just remove it all. I kind of want to use it, so what I may do, I think, is actually I might put a barn down here. And then if I can, hopefully, grab all these and say, hey, put your logs into there. Which is a little excessive. Hopefully I haven't grabbed anyone that was doing something else. I think we got 2 workers left. So you two. Actually, you two can go, and we are going to get a wagon and tell the wagon to deliver wood into there. And then we've got 2 wagons delivering it into the base. Not that we need this much wood by any stretch of the imagination, and in fact we could probably stop doing this now I think about it, because yeah, I think we'll bring this to stop for a moment. So I'm going to delete that one and actually delete that one. And oh, you're taking it to the general store. Oh yeah, we're selling it to the general store. I forgot about it. Okay, so we'll grab one more wagon then. We will say you take that to there, and then you'll run out of stock eventually, and this will fill up with the logs, and we can deal with all this. But we have finished our research, and we have unlocked the grabbers and pushers and sorters, all these bits and pieces. We're nowhere near unlocking any inventory sensor or anything yet. I could queue it, but it requires blue coins. We haven't even thought about blue coins yet, so I'm going to go with metallurgy instead, and try and get that going, because I feel getting into that, it also unlocks mining. I think at some point we will unlock mining, which is another thing that's quite useful. There requires railways. Railways requires metallurgy. So yeah, okay. Because mine's going to be an important thing early on as we're going. Someone else that pointed out was that I've got a redundant workshop here. I've got a workshop doing the conveyor belts. I could make this one do the conveyor belts. I could have. You're absolutely right. I could have done that. But I like spreading the load out. So you've got something making the materials, and then that making the actual items. It takes 4 seconds to produce a belt, and this takes 5 seconds to produce a belt and 4 seconds to produce. So technically this is the slower one of the two. But the way I've done this, obviously, that's allowed to fill up this barn with goods. And obviously bits and pieces are doing it here as well. But that can fill up this barn with goods, so we can have them accessible to build with as well. And then it can take it off and put into the workshop, where it just does the one thing. Usually I try and spread stuff out on the workshops. I don't want them doing more than about 2, maybe 3 things at the most. This early on it doesn't matter. I could have done it that way because it's all pretty slow, but when you get up to high production, generally I like to do it that sort of way, because it's overall it becomes faster. So that's my reasoning behind that. So what are we going to do in this episode? Well, as I said, we've got our logistics sorted out, but I don't want to turn this on yet. I want to turn the forester on with a grabber, and then have a grabber with some logic blocks going, hey, if the base has got more than 500 planks in it, stop. So we won't overfill the base with stuff, and we'll just use the base as storage there. I don't really think we've unlocked anything else. I mean, we've got a general store going. We want to try and get some blue coins, and we can't get any blue coins until we unlock the Apothecary, I think it is. But one of them two. Basically, each thing. The market is yellow coins. The general store is red coins. The Apothecary is blue, and the specialty goods are purple. I think that we're in. So we need to unlock the Apothecary, which requires a base of level 5. We're currently level 4. We need iron. So, let's do that. Let's do that. We're researching metallurgy now. So, I'm going to put more people into that because we're going to need it. We also have run out of people. I want to put more houses in, but I don't want to chop away the trees here now. That kind of wants to be my edge. So maybe we'll put in a house in an awkward place, just there. In fact, we'll turn it that way, and we'll upgrade him twice to the same as the other ones. Give us some more workers. Now we can increase that to level 5, and that's doing that. You're actually getting logs. So we've got one worker getting logs still, so that's fine. He'll dig away at these trees slowly over time, and then by the time I realise it, he'll probably have eaten all the trees here, and I'll regret it. But oh well. Right, you are done. Okie dokie. Right, so let's upgrade that, and then let's just get all these people. Dump it, and then I'm afraid you're all going to go because I do need the people. I do need them back. No. Dump. Just dump. Don't carry on mining. No. Come on. Wait. Do your job. Dump. Why are people carrying on? Why are you? Stop. Oi. Do as you're bloody told. And you, stop. And you, come on, I've got disobedient workers, stop. Right, well, no, go away. There we go. Okay, that was weird. Right, so, yes, getting our, we need iron. We've got some iron up here. The iron is, I've just deleted all them people. I need them back now to grab the iron. And probably put it in a barn. So let's do that. We'll put the barn there on stilts, and we will grab 3 workers and say, hey, take that, put it in the barn. And I should remember, oh, don't upgrade. Nope, remember to filter these barns, because otherwise things go terribly, terribly wrong. You end up with stuff inside them you didn't want. And when stuff is inside them you didn't want, that's not animal feed, that's flour. There. Yeah, when stuff ends up inside them you don't want, it messes pretty much everything up. So there we go. Okie dokie. Right. The other thing we could do is we could kind of build a sandwich place. We've got the pastures. We haven't got pastures. Oh, I thought we had pastures unlocked. Nope. Requires... Oh, we haven't done it yet. Okay, so we can't do sandwiches yet. Right, that is something I'd like to do. Get sandwiches, because that gives us a lot of gold early on. And then we could buy new lands. Because I kind of want to expand out this way, I think. Might buy that one and have the idea of putting maybe the town in there. Don't know, maybe. Seems quite nice and flat. I mean, that with this here, we could build a town around here. We could do a bit of landscaping, make that a long thin river, and put the town around it. Like the idea? Maybe we'll see. Yeah, if I made that, if I rounded that off and then made it just along there and filled this part in here, you just had that long thin one. We could put houses either side of it with the odd drop-off place in it, and I think that would work quite nicely actually. Okay, right. So, you're getting iron in. That's all good. You are now struggling for wood, which not really a surprise. Let's drop you back down. Probably back down to one person because it's not needed. Not that I need to do that. I keep tweaking things when I don't need to do them. I should really turn stuff off as and when it's required, rather than when I want to. See, this is going well. You are selling to all those are there, which is good. We have got loads of houses left, but I kind of don't want to. Do you know what? It only costs 1,000. Let's buy this. Let's buy it and see what we got. See what we got. What can we clear out? Oh, there is a lot of herbs. There is a lot of berries. I want those. Berries here as well. Oh, that's annoying. Tomatoes, potatoes. It's a farmland. It's farmland. That's what this one is. Grain, tomatoes, berries, sugar. Yeah, that's proper farmland, that one. So maybe we won't put the town there. I don't know where to put the town then. Maybe down here, like I was going to. Just the sugar. We've got sugar over there now. Not as much as there, but yeah, things are going to be higgledy-piggledy all over the place. Because of how just things are, we're going to be having bits and pieces all over the shop. You're selling wooden planks to there. That's fine, you can carry on doing that, getting a couple of red coins in. Upgrade that straight away, because we can. Right. And generally it's just waiting for this to be done. I could put a forester in here. I'm not going to, I'm actually going to clear this off. This is pretty empty. I'm going to clear this off. It's another candidate for a place for a town, depending on what is in this tile here, because this is all quite flat. We could put a town in the valley. And I will move the school somewhere else, maybe even down here where we've got a forester going. We could put a well onto there and do that until we start requiring things that are way, oh excuse me, things that are way more than just requiring coins, because there's plenty of research that does that. Do you know what? I think we might do that. We may well do that right now. Let's just drop off. Don't carry on mining trees when I've told you to just drop off your goods and stop. Do as you're told. Remove the market. No, the school. The market? No, it's the school. Remove the school. We'll put the school. Do you want to say there? Yeah, we'll put the school there. Okay. And now you are going to produce paper as well. And you need water. Water we can do with a well. Because now we have a grabber, so that's all good. We'll put in a cloth conveyor belt. Now we put in a grabber. And it'll grab out, put it in there, and then you'll produce that. Right, and we are going to also need to do that with copy, thank you. Two grabbers, and we're going to have to filter these. This one with planks, and this one with paper. Which I'm being blind. There. Ah, that's what it was like. Right, okay. Right. And then we can increase the people here, I suppose. Get a few things going. We're actually running low, so let's increase that to 200%. Obviously we're getting the 20% boost from our happiness, so well, we're getting 10% boost from our happiness and then doubling it up with that, which is adding 100% to it. So So it would be 110 plus 100% makes it 220. Okay, so that's going along. You're hopefully going to keep up. Probably not. Increase that a little bit. And then one more and our research is done. Awesome. Right, we can get a forge going. Boom. There we go. Right, so I think the next one we're going to actually do is going to be the animal pastures, because we might as well finish off the yellow. This is, you can tick multiple ones, but it's not generally a good idea unless you've got a lot of resources coming into your school. Turns out we're actually struggling. Oh, they can go up to 10. The foresters are the same as farms, they can go up to 10 people. There we go, you're actually increasing in. There we go. Okay, I think that's about right. We have 5 and that should be about right. Okay. Right, so we now have a forge. We can produce iron. We can unlock the riddle of steel without the steel part. So, smelts ores into more useful items. Yes, it does. Let's build a forge. We'll put it just there, I suppose. And we've unlocked a lamppost. Awesome, because that's a thing. Yeah. And we're going to do that there. Okay. Right. Using the F key, you can go through the different bars here. Some of them have got different things on them. I was just trying to remember which button did watch. So the construction thing is number 4. Very similar to number 1 though, which is surprising. So yeah, but I'm going to put my favourite construction things on there, which is going to be the wooden pillar, which is going to be number 4. The road can stay, the chute can stay, because I think that's all we need. Bridge. Oh, there we go, we've unlocked the pasture. That was quick. That was very quick. Awesome. Right. Well, we can use a chute here. Can we? No, we can't use a chute there because I don't think... No, we're going to have to put that on a bridge and then we can use a chute there, and that will put the iron into there. Then we need a cloth conveyor belt. Do that bit there. Okay, and you also require fuel of some description, which yeah, know what? We're going to grab 3 people, grab trees, put in there. I think you can only go around the back to deliver to that, like the arrow, the line said. Yeah. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's fine. Right. So we're getting some iron in, which means when that's done, we can upgrade the base. Be awesome. But we have unlocked the animal pastures. Let's do railway. Yeah, railways, I think. Because that'll unlock the mine, and the mine is going to be an important one. So because we've unlocked the pasture, we can now up this. We can change this whole thing around. Rather than just having the farm deliver grain and the grain become flour, we could up it to something far, far better for our people. Not production, goods. And that is, well, the sandwich. The sandwich is the big thing. That's the best one you can get for yellow coins. It's the best thing the market can sell, and it will fulfill grain, it will fulfill meat, and it will fulfill dairy, because it's got cheese, meat, and bread in it. Then what we need to do is fruit, which is veggie stew, and the special one, which is actually I think apple pie, will do them too. So it's just apple pie and sandwiches is the only thing the food market needs, and it can fulfill all of its bits and pieces. So I think so, but I think apple pie only does apple up to tier 4 rather than tier 5. I'm not sure, but we'll get to that later. Right now, let's just work on sandwiches, shall we? Because the sandwich shop is a staple of every single game that must be done. Right, you go up to that line there. So you would technically grab the rest of the grain there, although we are missing some at the top. Can't really get that at all. No. Right. I don't want another farm because I need to make bread, which I think we could have done a while ago, and also I need to make cheese and a sandwich shop is actually a lot more detailed now I think about it, because cheese requires cloth, which requires cotton. These are herbs, aren't they? Yep. Don't have any cotton here, not even we've got a little bit of cotton there. A bit of cotton there. Oh, okay. Sandwich factory's going in here. Yep, because we've got extra grain there as well. So, right, we'll leave that going there for the minute, but we will change this up as we go. So, we want another farm. We want that farm to grab as much of this grain as is farmly possible. If I was to put it there, require support blocks. How does it require? Oh yeah, it does. It really does require support blocks there. Let's the main one and that terrain down like so. Put in a farm there. I'm thinking I want to remove that one grain because that one grain will give me access. I will lose from 38. I've got to 45, but lose one, so 44. So that would be a much better thing. So we're going to remove one grain. Hopefully, one grain does not make the difference. And then we've got another farm there, and then we've got cotton as well, which I've just realised I should have probably tried to do something like this. Okay, and then move you. Where are you going up to? You're going up to there. That would get you everything, but obviously that wouldn't work very well. Meh, that'll do. That'll do. That'll do. We're not being perfect with it yet. We have got odd things going on here. We're losing a bit of grain around the outside, but without digging into the centre of it, it's very difficult to get all of them. And we've got more grain here as well if we want it, so that's fine. Okay, so we've got 3 farms set up now, which are all going to be producing just auto-manage. Okay. Because yeah, I want you to get grain and cotton, and you're going to get grain and whatever. That's fine. Okay, cotton is your priority though. So, right. I don't remember how this all goes. I know we need like 2 pastures and a workshop and other bits and pieces. This might be a bit overextending what we can do, but I think it's going to be alright. So I'm going to put the kitchen in there because that can use that chute, which has to become a conveyor belt at some point. And the kitchen wants to make sandwiches. To make a sandwich, we require bread, cheese, and cooked chicken. Okay. Now I could put this all into one here. So bread, cheese, and cooked chicken. So we're making all the resources that we're making would do here. We require fuel, We require chicken, we require milk, and we require flour. Well, flour we can get from here. That's complaining because you can't output onto a chute. Right, flour we can get from the grain mill. That's not a big problem. In fact, do you know what? Let's stop this. Okay, and let's move that to being, we'll say there, so we're not serving up potatoes, and we'll move this to here. Okay, and then now, yeah, flour's the only one that can go on chutes, which isn't a base material, which I still find odd, but hey ho. Right, so you're producing flour, so that gets us our bread. Okay, you're going to be updated now to being sandwiches. A bomb, and we're going to put in a conveyor belt in a really awkward place. But we are going to have to put a grabber on this, because if we don't, it will grab the other stuff that we make, so we don't want that. Okay, and I'm going to grab a single worker, boom, and you're going to supply, oh, that's iron, that's not coal. Oh, you supply you with coal. So we are going to put it all into one kitchen, and this is going to suffer, particularly the cheese. The cheese takes a long time. Might pull that out to a different kitchen and pump it in, but we'll see. I mean, the bread and sandwich, in fact, I think the cheese and cooked chicken I might take out and leave the bread and sandwiches there, because that makes sense. Although having the cooked chicken there as well means you're only using one place for fuel, but we've got fuel all over the place, it's fine. Okay, so to make cloth we require a workshop. I think that'll work. Right, yeah, so, where was he? Workshop, yes, so I'll put the workshop there, and the workshop has to make cloth from cotton. Put in that there, as well as a grabber. I should really put the grabber on my list. Let's make it number 6 because I use it a lot. Okay, and that can be doing cotton, so there we go. That's now going to be making cloth for us, which is awesome. And I think you can also supply a pasture. Now, pastures can just sit on the edge of water and get their water that way, and I could get 2 in there. Ooh, it would be an even more smooth with the resources, so not even putting wells down. I'm definitely going to put wells down because wells are, yeah. So we need 2 pastures, don't we? Yeah. We need 1 to make chicken. Okay. We need 1 to make what do the other one need to make? Milk. Okay. Do you know what? Pastures are a little bit of a weird one. So if I go chicken and milk, they both require 2 with 1 water, which should be fine. Provided we can provide them with enough oomph, they should be fine. But you can upgrade the pastures through and then add workers to them, and they can become ridiculously fast at doing things. So yeah, that can be interesting. We haven't run out of yellow coins. Where are we using yellow coins? What are yellow coins? Oh, iron plates cost money to make. Oh, I was unaware of this. Okay, that's going to be a problem. You're gonna have to come out of the way for the moment. That's gonna be a fairly big problem actually, because it means I need to carry on selling stuff, so you can't be filtered. I'm going to not filter you to anything, and possibly regret doing that, but okay, so we can sell and start making our money so that our iron production can carry on, and then we can actually start producing chicken, because chicken requires gold as well. So yeah. Right, so I need a grain mill. All these things are in some awful positions. But yeah. And you need to produce animal feed. And can animal feed also go onto chutes? It can. So the animal feed and flour can go onto chutes, but no other tier 2 item that I know of can. So that's a thing, which is a little odd, but meh. I am going to have a second kitchen for the cheese. That's going to go probably there. Let's put it there. Okay. And we'll go the grabber, boom, saying, oh, no, that's wrong. That way. There's a grabber going milk, grab milk. Okay. Yeah, the grabbers must be facing away from whatever they're trying to pull out of. You couldn't put one facing that way, it wouldn't pull out of the pasture then. Even though the belts are facing that way, the grabbers ignore the belts and just go, I pull from behind me, forward, onto what's underneath me, and then whatever's underneath me goes and does its thing. Okay, so you will then produce that. There's not a lot of space here, is there? I've realised that. I don't want to get rid of any of this grain just yet. I'm compacting things down a little too tightly, I think. So you need to send your chicken out to here. So we're taking the cheese away from this one, and we're putting the cheese in this one. Cheese. So you're producing. And I'm wondering whether I might want to do that and bring it out this way, because I can do that and 1, 2. I've just cut off that worker, however, haven't I? I stopped him and then realised that he can't actually then do anything, can he? We can just put it out from up here, which should be fine. So I'll turn you back round again. Yeah, that worker now can't get to this kitchen to deliver his coal because he's blocked off here and he's blocked off there. So we need to find better ways of doing that. Because he's now going to have to come along there and down again to do it. We could up this chute, I think. We did that with it and then ran it in there. Can he get under there? I do not know. Let's find out. Mr. Worker, take coal to there. Yes, he can. He had a path. Awesome. Not ideal, but it's fine because 1 lump of coal gives 4 fuel. Yeah, 4 fuel. So good. And then he can walk around and do all that, and that's absolutely fine. Awesome. Right. Now, the next stage is I'm going to have to do a little bit of terraforming here, because I'm going to have to definitely bring... Oh, is that going up or down? I hope that's going down. Yes, it is going down. Right, yeah, I have to bring that down, because I want you to come out, and then you... What's wrong with those bits of grain? Huh? Anyway, yeah, I want you and you to come out and go connect to that grain mill without me destroying any of the grain. So let us 1, 2. I'm not going to do the same sort of thing I did in the previous playthrough, where I'm going to do everything on in the stick like I did there, just there. I want to... It's good, but it's a lot of resources. A lot of resources. Not so bad once you get loads of money going on. But yeah, right now it's a bit expensive. Like now, we can't afford anything because we have no planks. And we have no planks because we're not getting any planks, which is not particularly surprising. We also can't hire any workers. That requires 5 yellow coins, and we don't have any yellow coins because you're stealing all our yellow coins. We can upgrade the base. Not really going to do that yet. Yeah, so you've been selling things, haven't you? Okay. You're going to have a change of plan. You're going to take the wood out of that to there and into the base, and then we're not going to sell for any red coins at the moment, and we'll figure the red coins out later. This project was probably I shouldn't have done it this early in the game. Shouldn't have gone for something like this. I mean, sandwiches are tier 5, we're only on a tier 3 place, but yeah, and it's not going to be in this position because obviously we're going to move the town around, but I don't think we're going to move the town until we get rails, and then once we do get rails sorted out, it'll be much better. Right, stop eating all my coins. I need them. Where are they going? Where are they going? Are they going on? They're not going on that. That's costing me. Where are we spending coins? Not doing anything. Not doing anything. You don't cost anything. You're not working. Where are we spending coins? You're not spending them anymore? We have something over here that spends coins? The forester. Nah. Okay. Stop for a minute. Need to rebuild the coffers. Okay, so you're dropping wood off into there. You're doing that. Yeah, that's fine. Okie dokie, right. I could just turn this on, couldn't I? But you then cost money, so that's probably not a good thing to do. Right. You're doing that. You have 10 bread. 10, that's interesting. Why hasn't that gone to 20? And why has that gone to 23? Ooh. How strange. Right. Ignore that anyway. Let's go and put in our cloth conveyor belt. Yep. With a grabber on it, which will grab... You're only making cheese? Yes, you're only making cheese. Okie dokie. That's absolutely fine. You... That's convenient. That's just the right height to allow that chute underneath to work. And that would work like that. If I was to put in the other... This scaffold block... here, which is what if you had a gap there and then you put in the conveyor belt yourself, did that, it would put in a scaffold, a scaffold block, and that would cause that to block. That would not work now. What you need to do is you need to have a wooden arch, because a wooden arch allows things to travel underneath it, whereas that one, as you can see, has a bit of wood at the bottom, and obviously that blocks the way. So let's that there, put the cough on top, anyway, and that will allow grain to travel down here. Okay, so we want a chute going that way. We want to put in another up there. We want a chute going that way. Pause, grabber. Yep, and yep, and you need to be filtered to grain. You don't need to be filtered because you're only producing grain. Okay, and then you will produce animal feed. Okay, there we go. Right. I'm not quite sure how it figures out which order things go in, but the minute we're okay. So you're going to go down into there. That means you're going to produce chicken and milk. The milk's going to go over to there. We're going to get 3 milk. You're going to start producing cheese. Cheese will then come along here to this. This will give us cheese into here. And then all we need is to pump the chicken as well from here over to here. And we are done. And it's going to be... Ooh, this is not going to be pretty. Nope. Not at all. Right. So, let's go... do like that. Okay, and I'm going to manually put in the wooden arches because oh, can't afford them. Can't afford them. No, we don't have any. Anything, any wood. That's too high. It's too high. Damn it. Okay, well, I don't know how to fix that because I can't put in a scaffold ramp on the end. Well, I could do with a conveyor, which is not ideal. There we go. Yeah, that's not really ideal because the conveyor is not very quick. Quick enough for when you've got one worker in there, but okay, that's going to go, that's fine, that's an upgraded barn, so we will remember to grab that one and move it, not delete it, because you don't get the resources back for the upgrades, you only get them back for the base thing. Oh good lord. We're just going to fit under here. I think it is... Yeah, it's going to fit under there. Okie dokie, that's fine. It's in the wrong place. It's in the wrong place anyway. But it kind of needs to be there because if it's not, if it's here, it's going to block off the coal grabbing again. Isn't it? Unless I do that again for a little bit. Yeah, I think we're going to have to do that. Okay, and don't really need to have that like that. I could put it out higher up, but that's the way I'm doing it. Boom. I hope that's enough. High enough? I don't know. Let's come from this side just in case it's not. Yeah, I think it is. I think it's high enough. Oh, yeah. Right, you are outputting already, so we want to change you to output only chicken. Only chicken. Because we do only want chicken to come out of there. We don't want anything else. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, 10. Awesome. Exactly what we need. And like so. And that should be it. That should, in theory, be us done. So if I remove this now, because it's really not needed, put in the supports on the corner because that's more sense. There we go. Now you're going to get chicken in. Awesome. And you're going to make a sandwich. Awesome. And then you're going to output the sandwich to here, and we can filter this to being sandwiches. Not that it needs to be sandwiches. Not that we need the actual filter there at all. But I want to put it in just in case. Essentially because at some point we're going to have trains picking loads of things up. So if I've got it into a barn, then I know I can just dump into a barn, job done. There we go. You're going to go to there and you're going to start selling to there. So let's upgrade the base because we can. And we've unlocked the apothecary and medicine. Okie dokie. Cool, cool, cool. Right. Okay. That's a very long. I'm going to increase the grey meal all the way because we are going to need lots of animal feed. This to do the chicken and milk. We will be producing more milk than raw chicken because it takes less time, so that's going to be consuming this stuff more often. So that's okay. And I'm not going to increase this yet, or upgrade it, or make it any faster, because pastures can get ridiculously fast very quickly. And not really what you need. So this only requires 1 cloth, which is meh. It's overkill for that. But okay, so you've run out of. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's increase the output. See whether we're gonna get along. You can see there, the grain is producing at a certain speed. And along, it's been quite happy. As soon as the cotton comes along, the grain slows down because it has to share the work between the two. And of course, you're now actually saying you're out of grain, which makes sense because both of these are harvesting the same grain. So, yeah. In fact, I'm going to turn you back down to 1. Not sure where you're harvesting the grain from now, but yeah, you're back down to 1, and you can be the main one producing the grain. You can produce the cotton. Cotton's fine. We're okay for that. So yeah, this works. This works. It's not ideal. It's slow. So see there, obviously that's instead of the sandwich taking 3 seconds, that's taking 4, that's taking 5. It's the work is spread between all of them. So the 110% speed is spread, well the 100% speed is 33, 33, and 33. Okay, and then we get the 10% because we get a bit of happiness popping up. It speeds up a little bit, but it's still not ideal. Our cheese production is still struggling because our milk production is struggling. Which does make sense. Does make sense. Fertilizer is something we're never going to use, I don't think. I could use it as fuel, couldn't I? Could say, hey, grab the fertilizer and use that as fuel rather than the coal. We'll use the coal for the minute, but yeah, because I'm not going to put down any fields. They can't fertilize the normal grain. It's got no fertilizer there. Only the field has, and I'm not putting any field down because we're doing all natural resources. So yeah, fertilizer is completely useless other than for a fuel source, which we might use it for at some point. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. Okay. You're full. Let's turn you back on by one. You're going to finish off doing that. Awesome. We now need blue coins, so we have got into the realm of blue. Which, yeah, surprising. Okay, we can turn you back on as well. Because we're now selling sandwiches at 60 a pop. I believe it is. 60 a pop? It's 30. 30 a pop. Okay. Sandwiches, yeah, sell for 30 a pop, sorry. The best thing you can sell for yellow coins is the crown, which is 60. Yeah. Okay. And you can see this is doing grains and meat. It's not doing any cheese, which is surprising. I really would have thought it would have popped up for some cheese going on there. Let's see. Does it add to the cheese? It does not. That's surprising. I really did think it added to cheese as well because it's got cheese in it. But oh well. You're struggling for chicken. That's the only thing. You're not really struggling for anything. If I'm honest with you, you're just going on. You got plenty of raw chicken. Can't we have no population? No, no, we have no more houses. We can fix that. We have the technology, or more importantly, we have the people. If I put that there, that's not going to work, is it? It needs to be up higher, or is it? Oh, no, that does say linked. Okay, bump, bump, and we're linked and linked. Upgrade, 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 upgrade. There we go. Right. So you are now going to get 5 people in you. Increase our sandwich production. Chicken's good. It's cheese. Cheese is the problem, which is not particularly surprising because cheese takes a long time to make, a lot of resources, and we don't have the resources. That's the problem. The problem there. The milk is being produced faster than the chicken, but it's not fast enough. We could add more to it. There we go. That speeds up everything there. It's all about investing. I think that's the trick to it. It's you invest, speculate to accumulate. You invest your people into it to increase the time, to then get more happiness, to get better things faster, to living. But it is a bit of a balancing act. You do have to make sure you're not cutting things back too much. But you're now working pretty much at speed. Yeah, awesome. Right, you're just really not. That's yeah. We'll have this split off and do something else, I think, at some point, because we don't need that much cloth here. But what I am tempted to do with this playthrough is rather than having the things like this, is more having a centralized system. So I'll go resource gatherers in places, have trains connect them all up, and then somewhere have a facility to build things or to create things. So I'd have like 2 or 3 farms here which are grabbing the grain and the herbs and the cotton and tomatoes and potatoes and whatever else, and they just put them into silos, and then the trains come along, pick them up, dump them into a central place somewhere over here or something somewhere. I don't know, we've got more farmland over there, and then when they're in that central place, they can then be shipped out to other places. So we'll put them all in there. We'll have like a major storage area, and then from the storage area we'll ship them out to places. So when we go, we want to build a sandwich place like we got here, we'll put everything down that requires the sandwiches, but the raw materials will then go off somewhere. We might also have like a processing system where we can go, well, if we're using paper or cloth in more than one place, we'll produce cloth here and then send it out as required. I think that's going to work a bit better, a bit more like it is in real life. One company does not produce everything it does. You've got like an iron company which produces iron and steel and makes the girders and things like that, and they ship them off to the companies that use them to build the houses or the warehouses. You've got the paper merchants that make the paper, they ship them off to the I was going to say news agents, that's wrong, the paper press, and the paper press makes the paper, and they send them off to the printing press, which then prints on them, makes books, makes newspapers, makes whatever it needs to. It does that. Also goes off to make cardboard and stuff like that in real life. So that's the idea I'd like. I'd like to have individual places of like raw resource gathering, processing, and then putting together. So we'll do that. So like a kitchen would go, okay, my raw resources are the grain and other bits and pieces here to make things, because the kitchen cooks the stuff. But when it comes to cheese, the kitchen goes, well, I want cloth as well. I can get the milk directly from a pasture. That can come from the dairy farm, and that can come along on a train. Then the cloth would also come along on a train. And this kitchen would go, well, then my grain will come along on a train, or my flour, because we'd have flour mill. Flour. That sort of thing. That's the idea that I'd like to do, which does mean we need to expand out a lot to get space, because things are there. Doing the individual little things like this, I do like this. I do like this, having it all compact and doing that and then going off and things, but for this playthrough with the challenge I've set myself, I don't think it's going to work very well. I'm going to have lots of places popping up in different areas, particularly if I find somewhere where, I mean, like here we were lucky we had cotton, but if that cotton wasn't there, I'd have to ship it from somewhere else over. So it just makes sense having a centralized area to do that. But that's my plan. That is a long way off yet, a very long way off. I do know this is a long way away. What are you struggling for? You're struggling for resources. You're struggling for trees. Okay, let's put 10. We'll put 9 people in you because, yeah. Okay. What else have we got here? Right. Well, I think actually I'm going to bring the episode to a close here. I don't know how long I've been recording for, because I had to have that. Had to stop halfway through, had the doorbell ring. So, but yeah, we'll bring this one to a close here. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one. I hope to see you again in the next one, where we will probably start on blue coins. Yeah. So, until then, as always, have fun.